Hello, my name is Joshua Mugabi. I welcome you to Food and Diet, a self-assessment program. State three main ways in which the body uses food. The body uses food for energy, for growth, making new cells, repairing or replacing tissues. Write down the words missing from the following paragraph. Fats and carbohydrates both provide the body with dash, but fats can provide dash as much as carbohydrates. Excess fats can be stored in the body, but the carbohydrates must be changed into dash and dash before they can be stored. The main types of carbohydrates are dash, dash, and dash. Examples of food rich in starch are dash and dash. Foods rich in fats are dash and dash. Fats and carbohydrates both provide the body with energy, but fats can provide twice as much as carbohydrates. Excess fats can be stored in the body, but carbohydrates must be changed into glycogen or fat before they can be stored. The main type of carbohydrates are starch, sugar, and cellulose. Examples of food rich in starch are potatoes and bread. Food rich in fats are butter, cheese, or fatty meat. In what form is most carbohydrate taken in the normal diet? Most carbohydrates is taken in as starch. Write down the word omitted from the following paragraph. Proteins are made up of about 20 different dash. One example of plant product rich in protein is dash. An animal product rich in protein is dash. When a protein is digested, it is broken down into its constituent dash, and these are later built up in the body to make new dash. Excess proteins, which are not used for making new cells or tissues, are converted to dash, which can be stored or used to provide dash. You can pause the video and fill in the missing words. Proteins are made up of about 20 different amino acids. One example of plant products rich in protein is beans, wheat or maize. An animal product rich in protein is meat, eggs or cheese or fish. When a protein is digested, it is broken down into its constituent amino acids, and these are later built up in the body to make the new cytoplasm, or cell or tissues. Excess protein, which are not used for making new cells or tissue, are converted to glycogen, which can be stored and used to provide energy. Which of the following are not rich in carbohydrates? Bread, fish, potato, beans, meat, lettuce, sugar, biscuits. Fish, meat, lettuce contain little or no carbohydrates. A. Carbohydrates contain the elements dash, dash, and dash. Proteins contain these elements, but also dash and dash. Carbohydrates contain the elements carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Proteins contain these elements, but also nitrogen and sulfur. Name the mineral elements needed by bones, red blood cells, thyroid gland. B. Which of these elements is present in milk, lacking in milk? Bones need calcium. Red blood cells need iron. Thyroid gland needs iodine. Milk contains calcium. Milk is deficient in iron. State one benefits of including vegetable fibers or roughages in the diet. Vegetable fiber retains water, keeping the feces soft and bulky, prevents constipation, reduces chances of disease of large intestine. Which vitamin helps to maintain resistance to infectious diseases? B. Name 2 foods which are good sources of this vitamin. Vitamin A, retinol, helps maintain resistance to infection disease. Liver, cheese, butter, margarine, milk, eggs, green vegetable, carrots are good sources. Which vitamin is necessary for proper development of the skeleton? Name 2 foods which are good source of this vitamin. Vitamin D, cholesterol, is necessary for the healthy development of the skeleton. Butter, milk, cheese, egg yolk, liver, oil fish are good sources of vitamin D. A balanced diet must contain enough energy to meet the body's needs. What else must it contain? In addition to sufficient energy, a balanced diet must contain proteins, carbohydrates, fats, in the right proportion, and water, vitamins, mineral salts, and fiber. Could you survive on a diet which contained no carbohydrates? It should be possible to survive without carbohydrates, as energy can be obtained from fats and proteins. Western diets are often unhealthy because they contain too much dash and not enough dash. Western diets are often unhealthy because they contain too much sugar and fat and not enough fiber. How does refrigeration help to stop food from going bad? The low temperature of refrigeration slows down the bacterial reproduction and enzyme reactions. Give one method of pasteurization of milk. Pasteurization may involve heating milk to 72 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds or 60 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. Name 2 food additives needed to keep food wholesome and say what they are. B. Name 2 food additives or types of additives which are not necessary for keeping food wholesome. The preservatives such as sodium nitrite, cured meat, or sulfur dioxide, fruit juice, may be needed to stop bacteria growing in food. Artificial coloring and flavoring are not necessary, nor are additives, which simply cause the food to retain more water. A. Heating a food sample with Benedict solution is a test for dash. B. A test for starch is to add dash solution to the food. C. In burette test for protein, dash and dash solutions are added to the sample A. Dash color indicates the presence of proteins. Heating food sample with Benedict solution is a test for sugar. Strictly, it is a test for reducing sugar. A test for starch is to add iodine solution to the food. In the burette test for proteins, sodium hydroxide and copper sulfate solutions are added to the sample A. Mauve color indicates the presence of protein. Thank you very much for participating in Food and Diet, a self-assessment program. Please do like, share, and subscribe.